Welcome back to CCFC, one of the best channels in all the world, and it is because you're here with me. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We're doing Premier League predictions now. Recently, I've been having a bit of a stinker. Look at that. This was my previous week before the international break, but it's called the international break because you have a break. So fresh mind, new me, none of this absolute wank that I did last time. Who didn't do wank was the real coldest, who managed to get top with 11 points, which I don't feel like is that impressive. 6 closes, well, 6 points from closes. That's it's not too impressive, to be honest, mate. I've seen better. Bosh. First game. What a game back. Manchester City versus Liverpool. Now I am going to this match. I like to go, I like to go to games a couple of times a season. I'm not a plastic, all right? I'm a real man. So I'm going to go for a solid 3-1. We're missing Foden. Haaland has a little bit of an injury, but I believe in us. I also believe that Haaland will start and play and score. I reckon Liverpool will score because do they ever not score against us? They will score. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 1-0 up. And I feel like I say that in every single game I predict, but I think 3-1 seems like a safe bet. Next we have Arsenal Leeds United. Arsenal are rampant. Leeds won their last game against Wolves 4-2, which was an unbelievable game with an incredible amount of red cards for people who weren't even playing, which I believe got overturned anyway. So bit of a waste of time, but we all like a kerfuffle on the sidelines, despite the commentators always being like, oh, we do not want to see that. Okay, we do. We all do. I want to see someone kick someone in the skull. We've only seen it once with Cantona. Do it again, someone. Arsenal, it's easy, 3-0. They're not. I don't think there's any slip-ups against Leeds. I think Tyler Adams is out for the rest of the season. Yeah, 3-0. 3-0 Arsenal. Bournemouth, Fulham. Ooh, Fulham mental against United in the cup, in complete control, and I've never seen a team just absolutely shaft it. Just full on shaft it for absolutely nothing. Willian should have just, oh, okay, I got sent off for the handball. Yeah, all right. And then that should have been it. What? It would still be a draw. You still draw with one man down. Not the end of the world. At that point, all you do is just put 10 men behind the ball, play on the counter, and hope you either get a goal or get to penalties. That's it. You don't go and then push the ref if you're Mitrovic and just ruin the rest of the season, because I wouldn't be surprised if they suspend him enough that he doesn't play again for the rest of this year. I'm going to, you know what I'm going to go for? I'm going to go for a Bournemouth win. Or maybe a draw. Are Fulham going to be that bad without them? Brentford, Arsenal, will draw. Back myself. Bournemouth win. Misery compiler for the full hammers. Ooh, that's a horrible way to describe them. Brighton, Brentford up next. And I'll tell you what, one of my new favourite players is Evan Ferguson. The Irish forward for Brighton, who is just twatting in goals like you've never seen. I kind of want to get a shirt with his name on the back. Not a Brighton shirt, an Ireland shirt, but a shirt nonetheless. I'm convinced he's going to start, he's going to play, he's going to smash it, he's going to bosh it. Bish, bash, bosh. 2 to Brighton. Brentford, however, they are no laughing matter. They are not to be sniffed at, however. Turns out they do have a honking away record, which I did not realise until the other week. It's something like they had won their first away game since like December or some nonsense. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Brighton. Brighton's march keep on seagulling. What does that say? What? That wasn't English, was it? Brighton's march keep on seagulling. Okay. Crystal Palace with Roy Hodgson back in the driving seat. Is he even allowed to drive at that age? Leicester are really bad. Tragically bad. But can you possibly get a new manager bounce from getting in the old manager? How can the replacement be the solution to the person that you are replacing? But I believe in Roy. He's going to come back and it's going to be a draw, actually. He's going to come back and it's going to be a painful draw. Nottingham Forest versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. By the way, I haven't said this in a while. But fuck Wolves. I'm going to go Forest. Oh, they haven't won in a while. It doesn't feel like that, though. It feels like Forest play quite well quite often. Newcastle, Tottenham, Everton, West Ham, us, Fulham, Leeds. Oh, it feels like stink. It feels like a stink job. Oh, but Forest are good at home. I've done it. 2-1 Forest. They're finally going to get another win. They're 7th of the season to match Wolves and pile on the pressure. I assume the Forest are below Wolves. They must be, surely. Yeah, they are. Forest are 16th. Jesus Christ, it's close, isn't it? What, 5 points between 12th and 20th? When you've got 12th place sacking their manager because they're seriously worried about relegation. That is mental. The league is practically split in half. Aston Villa, Chelsea, just existing. Well, I mean, even then, that's 4 points between 11th and 6th. Remarkable, truly remarkable. And then, you know, that's not accurate, really, is it? Because we've got a game in hand, and so when you're like, oh, we're 8 points clear, fuck off, mate. Not until we lose. Or draw. I've said that, and we're going to lose now. Piss. Chelsea, Aston Villa. Chelsea, they're sort of back, you know. 2 wins. A win against Dortmund to go through, coming from behind, technically, in the 2-legged encounter. And then a draw against, it was terrible, wasn't it? Against Everton. Yeah, that was funny, that was funny. Aston Villa, though, look at that rich vein of form. The vein is palpable. The vein is almost on someone's forehead. 5-0 against Bournemouth. God, I put 3-0 against Bournemouth. I put Bournemouth to win, didn't I? Jesus Christ, against Fulham. I am losing. This is why I do bad, to be honest. I'm just not very bright. I'm going to go Chelsea. Oh, Aston Villa good away. Let's just check some of the away results. I want to put Chelsea lose. I really do. But I might go for another draw. I'm going to go 1-1. I think a bit more Chelsea mud. I think I can feel it. I can smell the mud. And it's still covering them. West Ham, Southampton. The battle of the mid. Look at the forms. They look pretty similar, to be honest. I quite like the Southampton's new manager. Seems to have spurred them on a little bit. They both got 6 wins. You're telling me Southampton and West Ham have the same amount of wins this year? Wow. I'm going to go for... Southampton aren't to be sniffed at. 2-1 though. I think 2-1 West Ham. I think the home advantage is going to push me over the edge to West Ham for that one. Newcastle versus Manchester United. Newcastle, they dropped off their form a little bit, but they followed up with 2 wins against Forest and Wolves. Not amazing form. I think they did deserve to beat Forest, but it was hard work. Okay. I mean, we drew away to Forest, to be fair. It's a difficult place to go, but I feel like it should be more convincing. Draw with Southampton and 7-0 loss to Liverpool. Ooh, but it does feel... I don't feel like going to St James's Park is quite as difficult as it was at the beginning of the season. The first half of the season, horrible to go to. They wouldn't lose to anyone. But now I'm feeling it's a little bit easier. So if you've got the quality, you can do it. So I'm going to go for... I think United win. I don't want them to win. Just for the record, I never want those bastards to ever get a point. I want them to be dissolved. But I think they'll... I just have a gut feeling that they might win that one. I don't want them to, Newcastle fans. Please, I'm on your side. Everton versus Tottenham. Everton are... They're just bad. Okay. They're... Okay. Oh, you drew 2-2 against Chelsea. You should be beating Chelsea. I don't care who you are. That's embarrassing for Everton. Tottenham, despite the form, which is pretty good, to be honest, they shouldn't have, collapsed and it went 3-3 against Southampton, which then caused Conte to absolutely lose his mind and just, to be honest, tell the truth. Wow. He is a whistleblower. Solidarity with Conte. Paratici has just been told that he cannot do any work in football because of some potential court illegal activities. So that's interesting, isn't it? But ultimately, fucking hell, Spurs. I get the football's turgid. Okay, I get that. But it's so nuts that the final nail in the coffin to get Conte sacked before the end of the season was a penalty at the end of a game which just shouldn't have been a penalty. Like, whose fault is that? That's just circumstance. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong guy wearing all in black in the middle of the pitch with a fucking whistle. Oh, Everton at home. I feel like Tottenham might have a no manager bounce. So I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham. Now we move on to Bournemouth versus Brighton. And these must be some rescheduled games because I've already got some previous predicted scores in there. Let's see if I still agree with them. Bournemouth 1, Brighton 2. I might go Brighton 0. Brighton 0, Bournemouth 0. I think this is going to be a pretty comprehensive win for Brighton. Leeds United, Nottm Forest 2-1. I'm going to stick with a 2-1. I think Javi Gracia, he seems to be doing a more consistent job. Hopefully enough to get Leeds to stay up. So I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds United. Leicester City, Aston Villa, a draw. Leicester City at home. I might go for a Villa win here. I'm going to go for a Villa 2-1 win. Chelsea, Liverpool. Ooh. Battle of Mids. Once again, the Battle of Midway. 1945. Was it 1945? Oh, let's see if I got that right. No, 1942. Oh, well, you know, I didn't have that many years to pick from. It is what it is. Liverpool are in better form, but then they still have these random blips against terrible teams. Like Bournemouth. It's difficult to predict, isn't it? And that may be the point of this show. Chelsea 1. Liverpool 1. A draw, which would usually be quite a good result if you're playing Liverpool, but in the current circumstances, no, that's bad. Manchester United, Brentford. I think this is easy for United. I'm going to go 3-1. West Ham, Newcastle. I put 1-1 whenever I did this. Madness. This has been 2-0 to Newcastle. Every one of these is going to come in. There's not a single 0-0 in there. Because why would you guess 0-0? And there's a lot of 2-1 scorelines. So I've been your boy Kieran. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one. And hopefully you predict everything terribly and you are worse than me. Say hi to your mum for me.